Well, it is a 3-day music festival that's kicking off this week in Lowell. And to talk all about it, we welcome Chris Porter, the organizer, to the Town and City Fest. Chris, welcome. Thanks for being here.
So great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about the festival and how this all got started.
It started in 2018, and this is our 6th year doing it.
Okay.
And it's been an amazing run that we've had. It's I call it a venue hopping experience. We have over 60 artists, 60 performers, mostly music, but we also have comedy and poetry and spoken word performances as well, or in around a dozen venues. Thursday the 24th, we have a big kickoff concert with Lady Lamb and Ezra Furman, and then on Friday and Saturday, a multitude of happenings on both of those days, and then there's the afternoon and evening on the Saturday.
I love the term venue hopping. That is very fun. This isn't just a music festival in one spot, like you mentioned. It really supports citywide spaces. How important was it to you to kind of factor that in and make sure that you're supporting a bunch of different places?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Lowell, and I worked in the festival world for many, many years, and I kind of took what I learned from those places in the West Coast and brought it back to my old hometown. And I want to support local businesses. We do performances in little cafes, to churches, to standard venue event spaces, and everything in between, little bars, big bars, you know, and so it really makes me happy to see them doing more business. They do a lot of business in the Lowell Folk Festival in the summertime, and then when there's a big concert maybe at the arena. But other than that, not as much is happening. So I wanted to add to that and help the infrastructure of the economy.
Now everyone gets to participate and kind of get in on the fun. So that's really cool. I like that. We just had the band Couch at WBZ.
Great band, hey?
They were incredible, truly. I had goosebumps listening to them. So they're one of the headliners at the festival. What else can people expect? I know you mentioned some other bands off the top.
Yeah, I mean, some of the biggest names are Lady Lamb, Ezra Furman, Jeffrey Folkalt, who's a Western Mass-based singer-songwriter, internationally known, Loudon Wainwright III, who's a legendary folk artist. Also the Sheila Divine and Heretics were some bands, prominent Boston rock bands who were around years ago and have recently gotten back together. People are very excited about that. They're playing on Friday night. And Couch, who you mentioned, that's a Saturday afternoon show at a venue called Taffeta. And so many others. Like I said, there's over 60. So I encourage people to go to the website, thetownandthecityfestival.com. You can get a link to tickets there, but then also peruse and, you know, explore all the other artists that are playing there. Go see who you might want to see, but also a lot of this is about exploration and discovery. So discover your new favorite band there.
That's right. You might go to see whoever was on your list, but then end up watching someone else who's becoming your new favorite.
That to me is the essence of the festival, so I encourage people to do that.
Do you have a personal favorite? Someone that might be hard. Maybe you don't want to say your favorite, but anyone in particular that you're really excited to see? Oh
gosh, so many. Many of the ones I just mentioned, but I'll also mention there's a sort of a soul rock act named Mellow Green. He's opening up for Ali McGurk on Friday night at a great venue called Warp and Weft. That's going to be a really fun show, and that'll be a little bit later, so you can catch some other shows a little earlier and finish off there. I might be finishing off my Friday night there.
Okay, because that's wherever he's going is like where you want to be, right? Share one more time how people can get tickets to it.
Thetownandthecityfestival.com. There's links on there. You can get either individual show tickets, or I really encourage people to get day passes. You can get a Friday day, Saturday day, or a multi-day pass. You get way more bang for your buck that way. You get a little wristband, and you get to venue hop to your heart's content. Yeah, venue hopping, bar hopping, all the good fun things. All right, Chris Porter, the man behind the Town and City Festival. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck this weekend. Appreciate it. Thank you.